All right, greetings. We're back for the second session of this afternoon, and we'd invite you all again to drop anchor, connect once again, ground yourself with the center of the earth. And now check out your aura. We extended it, our vehicle had you extend it outward to about 12 inches. Let's move a little bigger. Let's play with it now for a few moments. And with your eyes open, imagine that you are all building, the combination of your auras is building an aura that is going to reach beyond the building, and it's going to really shine like a sun. We'll do this for a little while. We'll put that energy out there, and we'll transmit the victories that you are achieving in this afternoon. Understand that extending our auras out as a collective will serve as a broadcast device to contribute your wonderings, your realizations, the pieces of the puzzle you are putting together. And even though they are personal and they're private, your discoveries about things are very important to the people of the planet. And all of this goes out quietly by energy. And right now, on the planet, there are no technologies that have any capability of reading the specifics of what you are thinking and sending. But know this, there's diligent work being done to attempt to create machines to be able to completely read your thoughts, your minds, and your energy fields. And of course, this is the necessity of activating the human technology versus what we call the riders of machines. Those who came here to build a world that machines will eventually dominate. And we'll go off for a minute on a story, and then we'll entertain questions once again. Many of you know that we have talked about the reason we have come to Earth. And one of those reasons involves a tyranny that grew out of the nanosecond in another line of time. And we told this story back in 1988 and 89 and those early years. And we said we've come from the future, and we've come back in time because from this 25 years of accelerated energy, a tyranny grew, and it eventually reached us in the Pleiades. And the tyranny was based on humans abdicating their humanity and becoming basically cyborgs. A branch, a faction. And we are related to you as the Anunnakis are related to you. The Anunnakis were those who came to rearrange your DNA. The Anunnakis are not all, let's say, on the same team. They are of the same bloodline. They come from what you would call a cosmic royal family. But are they any more royal than Obama would claim to be American royalty, or the Brits or the Queen would claim to be British royalty? They're all roles the beings play. And these beings, the Anunnakis, claim to be these great gods. But let's say they're part of other empires. And we, as Pleiadians and other visitors from other star systems, have interceded throughout time into the living library. And we are in the sign of Taurus, 28 degrees or thereabouts. The sun will be on the Pleiades around May 18. Look up at our direction at that time. Right now, at night, you can see the Pleiades in the heavens. And always look and say hello, and the energy will come back to you. So we have also come onto your planet, and there are many, many cultures around the globe that consider us to be your ancestors. That is why we are welcomed. That is why we are revered. We are considered the sweet daughters of Atlas. We are considered to be the hens, the chicks. We are the original chicks, if they are chicks. We are, let's say, the Seven Sisters. We have many names throughout time, and even we can claim to be mentioned as seven doves, and we are in the Bible as well. We are known to be mystical and to produce, let's say, an energy that is very earthy. We have taught you many, many things. And we have interspersed in and out of, let's say, and around the infiltration of the Anunnaki. We as Pleiadians, this group, we that speak to you, we do not represent the entire Pleiadian system. Know that there are many types of beings that come through the Pleiades. We are an area in the cosmos through which many souls pass and many realities are organized and set up, dreamed into being. We have a black hole which allows us to, let's say, really move merchandise through time. It is like a magical portal if you have a black hole. To understand black holes, the center of the galaxy is reputed to have massive, massive black hole that, let's say, is many, many millions of times the size of your sun. Black holes are entry points in and out of various versions of reality. So, as Pleiadians, we have come back in time to help you build the nano, to build a probability, to ameliorate the tyranny. We have succeeded. Many people want to know, did you succeed? Yes, we have succeeded in building this probability. And the tyranny is still there. But you are in a parallel world next to the tyranny world. And even though you will see some aspects of the tyranny, the desire to turn humans into cyborgs, you are in the prob, the splitting of the worlds, the version of reality that is invested in the flowering of consciousness. We cannot emphasize this enough. All the people that are in this probability with you are here in some way to learn about or learn from the flowering of consciousness. And so it is important to understand that worlds split, and they split by agreements and by beliefs. And what you believe or what you are invested in can build a world, and it can build millions of worlds. And you can be in many worlds at once. You are not perhaps just in this world. These are the concepts of what are called probabilities. This is demonstratable in the science that is 100 years old now, called quantum mechanics, quantum physics. The idea of thought influencing, let's say, the outcome. The idea of a particle and a wave. This comes down to reality operating in the mind of the maker as energy. You are physical right now, and you are also energy. You will become more physically astute. You will contribute more physically. The more grounded you become, the more you want to be here, the more solid you build your energy field, the stronger the flowering will be. And then the more grounded you are, the greater will be your vibration of understanding yourself as energy. When you are not grounded, you cannot really understand yourself as energy. And you start bringing in beings from what we call the lower astral realms. These beings, again, some of them are lost souls, some of them are mischief makers, some of them claim to be aliens and all kinds of things. Lots of people who channel and open to this process, which is a very legitimate process. But if the people are not whole in themselves and ungrounded, they can pick up anything in the lower astral, and the lower astral is just waiting to say, well, I am God, I am the prophet, I am Allah, I am Virgin Mary, whoever, doesn't make any difference. They'll pass themselves off as anything. So if you are dealing with this, or you are knowing anyone dealing with this kind of thing, so you want to be strong and solid, so that when you are dialing up into the other realms, you are here and you are really calling on a telephone. You are not, let's say, letting them take you over. And do not be flattered by what beings from the other realms tell you. Even though you are powerful beings, we tell you that all the time. That is not a flattery, that is a fact in your terms that we want to encourage you to recognize it in yourselves and to start using it. So there are a few ideas to think of. Let's go back into discussion and questions. Now, we were discussing with Janet, we believe, the idea of what the new era is about, what is going to be important, again, biological technology versus machines, and how to deal with weather, the weather wars. Now, understand this. We'll pick it up from there. Yes, there are machines that are utilized that are based on ground technology that bounces off of satellite technology. And it is through these means, particle beams, all kinds of things, hidden technologies that were developed by Tesla over 100 years ago, this kind of thing, very far out, that many things are possible to manipulate. But when you are a manipulator, things go wrong. You understand? You are not rewarded for being a manipulator. Not at all. If there's anything that can muck up, it will. So these beings have this going for them all the time. That's why they have to run the airwaves and promote themselves and reward themselves all the time, because things are not that way. Nonetheless, these machine technologies are using natural forces of what you would call the elements. And the elements would be earth, air, fire, and water. And then the fifth element, the ether. And so these elements have their own intelligence, their own consciousness, their own vitality in their own right. And these elements are not happy being manipulated, just as you are not happy being manipulated. You with us? Mm-hmm. So when you accord the wind, the rain, the snow, the sun, the moon, all of these influencing factors, when you accord them intelligence and say hello to them and ask them to please guide and protect you, to ask them to work around you, and that you understand that they are being manipulated, and you understand that they are they have their own vitality, and you invite them to honor you because you honor their intelligence and their consciousness. This is some of the oldest ways of your ancestors and how they dealt with a churning, changing earth that was not being, let's say, manipulated by machines. It was natural processes the earth is going through. So when a storm is brewing, for example, we have taught many, many people over the years to mock it up, put it out there, talk to the storm. Hello, Sandy. I know you might be engineered, but your winds, your rain, your speed are real. And I'm going to sit with you. I'm going to ask you, please, to spare me. And I ask for protection around my property, the trees, my home. And I'm going to sit with you as you burn and rage while you're being manipulated. And I ask you, please, to clear things around me so that I can see with greater clarity, but I am safe. Many, many people who know how to do this have reported that the houses down the street, all without power. Not their house, their power's on. You understand? People lost their roof, everything's crashing, burning around them. Not their house, they're fine. So the dialogue that you learn to have with nature and with the forces that are around you are absolutely, positively essential for you to do. Now, when you lived in a simpler environment, meaning that when you were more tribal, village-like, clan-like, living in smaller conclaves, closer to the earth, walking more, perhaps having to milk the cow, brush down the horse, run after the goat, this kind of thing. These are historically common events that have gone around for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. When you lived in such a way, you automatically talked to earth, the elements, the animals, and the creature. What else was there? Do you understand? You knew these things. Your body knew them. Now, as you have moved as a people further and further away from considering yourselves part of nature, your scientifics have convinced you that you are separate from nature, that you observe nature, that you are superior to nature. It's wrong. the human body, just like the body of a worm, the body of a bird, a marijuana plant, a pepper plant, a Jack and the Beanstalks plant, a willow tree, the mightiest oak, everything you can think of. All these life forms are designed, and they are part of the program of nature. And just as a human body needs a spirit in it to animate it, when you die, your spirit leaves, the body is empty, it's not animated. And it goes back to, let's say, decay, and again, until a spirit is born or takes on the life form, this is what animates the living library. You do not lose who you are when you die. And we ask you, please, we assure you, we want to comfort you and to say to you, right now, make a decision in this moment that you have nothing to fear when you die. We would like you, in the privacy of your own agreement, to say, when it's my time to go, I will go fearlessly into the long good night, and I will go into a great new reality, knowing that loved ones wait me and a new adventure is at hand. Do not fear dying. It is important to have an exit plan. You may be years and years and years from your exit, years and years away. Which, what the heck, a little bit of imagining can go a long way. And the globalists, like to the non-physicals, they want to control the death portal. They want you in fear. They want you confused when you die. They want to recycle souls. They want souls to get possessed and all this thing. They want to get you to play in certain religious games and things of this nature. Not right now, but at some point in the next few days, before the spring equinox, there's your homework assignment time. We would like you to make an agreement with reality about your death. And that can be as simple as how and where you are going to die. It can be an agreement to say, higher self and my oversoul. When it is my time to terminate my experience in reality of this physical body, I want to leave graciously, effortlessly. I want no pain, no muss, no fuss. I want the easiest of exit plans, or whatever you want. And then by putting this picture out there, you are already conditioning the space for how you're going to exit. Do you know how many people are afraid of dying? And so then they get sick, because being afraid of dying makes them sick. And they spend years sick, dreading the death portal as they go from hospital to nursing home to greater and greater degradation of vitality. It all comes from dread of leaving the physical body. There's the non-physical is a absolute separate reality. You will, because of your investment in this lifetime, bring your consciousness with you. That's what you want to do. Carry everything you've got. They say you can't take it with you. Well, maybe not the material stuff, but everything you learned goes with you. You follow? Yes? Do you follow?
Yes.
Good. Between now and the spring equinox, make an agreement. And then it's like writing a will, and then put it away. Every once in a while, no. But when your time comes, it's going to be good. And forget about it. All right. That's big, you know. What we just asked you to do is very big. It is a plan that people will say, write a will, write this, write that. What good is it going to do you? What you want to do is to get out and be good about getting out, and get out clean and happy. And leave everybody else clean and happy too. That's victory. That's the big victory. It will all happen, believe us. All right, let's do questions now. We've given you more things to think of, and we'll do our best to cover your questions, because you are asking very appropriate and good things.